music, certainly for me, I can't speak for all people, but for me and lots of people, will allow your emotions to work through and come out the other side. So, quite often when we're feeling a little bit down, either we'll put something that mirrors that mood on, or we'll put something that lifts that mood up so that we can come out the other side. And, the emotions are allowed out.
Get Radio Breakfast with Rich Smith.
A bit of an audio pick-me-up on a Monday morning. That's what we like to do. Morning, Sarah.
Oh, morning, Rich. I like that link. That's great.
I was bound to do a good one. I was bound to do a good one eventually. That's all I was going to say. That's all I say. Finally happened. Finally. We're chatting music today, aren't we? This is something that you did over the weekend. In fact, I did over the weekend as well. Music is a brilliant and wonderful and amazing thing.
It is it's got the ability, all our senses have the ability to take us back to a moment in life, but music particularly is very evocative.
Oh, yes. Good word. Good word.
I know, right? Monday morning. Good word.
Well done. So what happened to you over the weekend that took you back?
Well, I, for my father's birthday Christmas present, way back in birthday Christmas present land in December, January, I bought my father tickets to Australian Pink Floyd, which is like as close as you can get to seeing Pink Floyd now that Pink Floyd don't play together anymore.
But and presumably with an Australian accent. Yeah?
Well, they're a bit of a mix now. They've been going since, I think we worked out 1995. So they are as very long-standing tribute band.
Yeah, big time.
And epic, like completely epic. But the reason why it's got that whole emotive thing going on is because this was the soundtrack of my youth. This is what I grew up to. My parents listened to Pink Floyd pretty much back to back non-stop. I mean, there were other bands, but it took me back to moments in my life that, I'd forgotten about, or, tracks that you associate with certain people. And so it was a totes emotion evening.
No, it definitely it happens. I remember the biggest thing that happened to me. There's a song by Nick Cave that we went to go and see him at the New Theatre, and this was the first gig after lockdown. Okay, so we're all sat there in the New Theatre, absolutely packed out, right? And there's a song that's very, very emotive and personal. Like he's been through a lot, obviously, with his son's suicide and all this kind of stuff, and just a very, very troubled upbringing. And we're all sat there, right, packed out New Theatre, all in masks, as was the way. And he played this song, and my wife was sat next to me, and we just grabbed each other's hand, and we stared, both of us, and just watched this performance. We didn't look at each other. We both stared and watched this performance. And as soon as the song finished, we both looked at each other, and our masks were soaking wet.
Yes,
the tears that had fallen from both our eyes. And it was just, it's that powerful thing. And you get that with music, and it takes you to these places and takes you and has these emotions that it can be just so brilliant. It's an amazing thing.
You can let them out. I think that music, certainly for me, I can't speak for all people, but for me and lots of people, will allow your emotions to work through and come out the other side. So, quite often when we're feeling a little bit down, either we'll put something that mirrors that mood on, or we'll put something that lifts that mood up so that we can come out the other side. And, the emotions are allowed out. Yeah, I had a little bit of a cry last night, and I think my daddy did too.
That's it. But even just hearing about that it's a warm, fuzzy feeling. It's it's such a lovely thing.
It's a beautiful thing.
Good job we're in radio, isn't it?
Yeah.
We can get away with this. We can talk about it. That's wonderful. Sarah Southey from the Southey Way, thank you ever so much for today. A real insight into just music and the power of it. Hopefully a song that will mean something to people listening today will come up and crop up and take you back to that time and be an amazing and wonderful thing. Sarah, thank you as always.
It's the gift that keeps on giving, Rich.
It is indeed. Let's hope the next one will do that as well. Brilliant stuff. It's Sarah Southey from the Southey Way. Make sure you catch her. Just search for Sarah Southey, the Southey Way. You can find her on LinkedIn. You can find her on Instagram. You can find her all over the internet. And make sure you go and see her in the Shed of Strength for more positive vibes that we try and give you on a Monday.